What is going on YouTube? My name is Mattia, I'm a professional copywriter, and in this video I'm gonna go over my entire process of writing a VSL. We're gonna go over the pre-writing process, so the things you should do before writing a VSL, and then we're gonna go over my VSL. I'm gonna analyze it, break it all down, the psychology, the structure, etc, etc. So there's definitely a lot to learn here for anyone who is into copywriting or marketing in general. So if that's you, keep watching and let's get into it. So I'm here on my computer, and the first step that you need to do as a copywriter when writing any piece of copy is the pre-writing research. You need to have clear in mind the offer, the avatar, the desires of the avatar, the pain points of the avatar, the objections of the avatar, and all that kind of stuff. If you don't know anything about that, I invite you to watch a course that I have for free here on YouTube where I explain all the basics of copywriting, and this is included. I'll leave you the link up here and in the description down below. You can watch it at the end of this video. But the first thing we need to understand in this case for the VSL is what type of offer are we talking about. In my case, we're talking about a medium to low ticket product. My program right now is $150, and that is a medium to low ticket product. So what I mean is that if you're selling, let's say, a $7 product, you're probably not gonna use a 20-minute VSL. Now, if you're selling a $5,000 product, a high ticket product, then a 20-minute VSL might be needed to persuade the viewer even more because it's such a big expense. In this case, I want to sell a $150 program, so I did a VSL that is about 4 to 5 minutes long. So the only reason why here I have offer medium to low ticket product is to know how long I want the VSL to be. Now, avatar, in my case, 16 to 25-year-old man who wants to make $5,000 a month online. What are the desires of this person? First of all, dropping out of college or quitting his 9 to 5, traveling the world and helping his parents. What are the pain points of this avatar? Maybe he's a non-native English speaker, he doesn't have thousands of dollars to invest, and he has tried and failed already multiple times with all business models online, so he's skeptical, and also at the same time, he doesn't really believe in himself that much. He's not sure he can do it because he has already failed so many times, okay? Now, what are the objections that this person might have? Why should he buy my program and not just learn on my YouTube or find a cheaper program instead? Then is copywriting hard? Okay, he doesn't know if he can do it. And finally, can you actually make money with copywriting? Can you actually, have you actually made those money? Can people actually make that money? Do you have anyone else making money with copywriting? These are the objections that this avatar might have. The role of the VSL in this case is complementary to the sales page. If you want to then check it out at the end of this video, you find it down here. It's the email copy camp, and you can actually see this VSL, how it looks, its role inside the sales page. But in this case, there are VSLs that are standalone. They are just VSL in a landing page, and after like 2 minutes that you watch it, you can take action. Others are complementary to a sales page, so you can listen to them or watch them while scrolling through the page. In this case, it's a complementary VSL to the sales page, so it's on top of my sales page, and people can scroll and watch read the rest of the sales page in the meantime. And the call to action is scroll down and enroll. My goal is to get them to scroll down and get them to enroll inside my program. So now that we know all these things, and you need to know all these things before writing a piece of copy, otherwise you're going to be writing things that your viewer, your reader doesn't relate to, and so he will not be persuaded. That's how it is. So I say, let's jump into the actual script. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read all of it, and then we're gonna go ahead and analyze it step by step. Listen, making over $5,000 a month is not rocket science. You don't need to run an agency, you don't have to build an entire e-commerce brand, you don't even need to look at charts all day. And I know that all those things sound very sexy and cool, but there's a way to get to $5,000 a month that maybe is not so sexy, but it's actually proven to work. All you gotta do is write words that help businesses sell more. That's it. And even I, as a 19-year-old non-native English speaker, managed to make it so everyone, and I mean everyone, can do it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here trying to brag about a few $1,000s a month, let's be clear. But what I'm trying to say is that I can help you get there faster. Am I gonna make you a millionaire? No, but you are gonna be able to quit your job or drop out of school and become independent. Are you going to be flying first class in private jets? No, but you'll be able to afford to travel the world in economy. Are you going to retire your parents? Probably not, but you can sure take some weight off your parents' back. So what I'm trying to say here is that I'm not promising anything that I haven't done already. Everything I say and teach, I've done it, so I know for a fact that if you're willing to work hard, you can do the same. What this program basically is a roadmap to get anyone from $0 to $5,000 a month with copywriting. From the basics to how to find prospects, reach out to them, close your first client, etc. Literally everything. And the crazy thing is that it works. It works. It actually works. Derek, for example, he joined the email copy camp after spending over $1,000 on every other course he could find on YouTube. And right after he started using the strategy I teach, he finally started making money. In less than 2 months, he went from working 3 different jobs for over 8 hours a day to now making over $3,000 a month with copywriting while working only 2 hours a day. And honestly, I can help you do the exact same thing. But why should you join my program and not just go back to YouTube or find something cheaper instead? 3 reasons. Number 1, I'm still in the game. You see, I'm one of the few ones who've actually done and is doing what he's preaching. I started posting on YouTube when I was making about $1,000 a month, and if you go on my channel, you can literally see my entire journey to this point. And compared to 99% of YouTube copywriters out there, I'm still doing it to this day. So I know exactly what strategies are working right now and which ones aren't. Number 2 is my track records. You see, not only have I already made tens of thousands of dollars with copywriting so far, but I've also helped hundreds of guys land their first client, including those who had already tried everything and felt like nothing was working for them. And finally, number 3 is the structure of this program. In fact, I designed it in such a way that anyone who puts in the work will get results. There's just no way around it. You have over 10 hours of content, a community of copywriters that is big enough to network, but also small enough for me and the other professors to help you out along the way. And you're also getting weekly live trainings with me. And there's nobody out there who's offering this much for such a low price, not even close. So if you're actually determined to take action and change your life, all you gotta do is scroll down and join right away. And just so you know, I expect my students to work at least 2 hours a day on this. So if you can't do that, I already know you won't get results, so don't bother to join. But if you have a couple of spare hours, scroll down and I'll see you inside. Okay? This VSL is around 4 minutes long, and let's start analyzing it. Okay? So let's start with the hook. The hook is, first of all, something that kind of triggers people, something that gets them to say, what do you mean? And they want to read more. So something that goes against popular belief. In this case, they've tried a lot of stuff. They think that making $5,000 a month is tough. They think that making $5,000 a month is tough. Okay? So now we're going against their belief, saying making over $5,000 a month is not rocket science. We're saying it's easy. Okay? And they're like, what? Like, it's so tough. I'm not being able to do it. Okay? So for that reason, we say this, and this hooks them. Okay, they open, they click on it, play, boom, they're hooked now. And now we're gonna go into what they don't have to do. Like what are they probably thinking right now? All right, this is probably either e-commerce or, these are people who've been, as we said up here, they've already tried multiple business models. So what we're doing now is telling them that it's nothing of the things, so what we're telling them right now is that this is none of the things they've already done. That those things are too sexy and cool and don't work. So we're saying you don't need to run an agency. They probably tried an SMMA. You don't need to build an entire e-commerce brand. They probably tried drop shipping. And you don't even need to look at charts all day. They probably got into trading, okay? So in this case, we're like, you don't have to do all the things you've done so far. There's something else that you have to do. So now they're really intrigued, okay? So here we say you don't need to do that, you don't need to do that, and you don't even have to do that. And this is a technique that builds a lot of intrigue. Now, and I know that all these things sound very sexy and cool, but there's a way to get to $5,000 a month that maybe is not so sexy, but it's actually proven to work. This is a cool way of introducing your service. Now, here we say what copywriting is. But notice, I'm not just saying copywriting. Because people are like, all right, copywriting, heard of that before, I'm out. I've heard of copywriting before, I'm out. Here we say, all you gotta do is write words that help businesses sell more. That's it. We say it in a new way that sound easy. Okay? And that is why people are not just going off the video now. That's why they're not skipping it right now. Because We didn't say all you gotta do is copywriting. They're like, oh, duh. No, so you gotta write words that help businesses sell more. We made it kind of intriguing, and then we said, that's it. We make it sound so simple that they can do it. Just so easy. How are you not doing that? Like, it's actually proven to work. All you have to do is, anytime we start the sentence with all you gotta do is a way to say that it's simple, easy, okay? Now, what was one of their pain points? Non-native English speaker. So what do I do here? And even I, as a 19-year-old non-native English speaker, managed to make it so everyone, and I mean everyone, can do it. So now we're telling them, you can do it. You also can do it. We're tackling their pain points. Boom, that pain point is killed, destroyed. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here trying to brag about a few $1,000s a month. Let's be clear, I'm trying to be humble, you know? As you can see, this copy is very conversational, it's very natural. Something that I always suggest is try to write in a way that if you were watching the video with your eyes closed, you would not understand or realize that I'm reading a script. You will think I'm just talking to you naturally. So that's the way you should always think of writing, and that's the way I write. So here, it's something I would say in the normal life. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not here trying to brag about a few $1,000s a month, let's be clear, okay? But what I'm trying to say, it's just so conversational that it sounds good, that people keep reading it. And especially in a VSL, it needs to sound very natural. So this is a line that I added to do a sort of transaction. But what I'm trying to say is that I can help you get there faster. Now, what are the desires? Let's get back to their desires. Dropping out of college or quitting their job, traveling the world, or helping their parents. So now let's get them to crave these desires. Let's get them to know that I can help them achieve their desires. And the way I do it is by, doing the opposite of what most people do. Most people are like, yeah, you can buy the Lambo, I can get you to become a millionaire, retire your parents. In this case, I get them like, at the end of the day, let's be honest, they're buying a $150 product. If I promise that they're gonna become millionaires, are they gonna actually believe it? It would just make them much more skeptical about it. So the way I would make them less skeptical about it is by keeping it real. Still, getting them to achieve the results, but making it sort of, make sense, right? This guy, I'm paying $150, I'm not expecting to be a millionaire, but, if I can travel the world in economy, if I can do this, if I can do that, it would be nice, okay? So they are actually now, they're like, okay, this guy is real. Okay, like, he's not just doing false promises. He's telling me stuff that I can actually achieve, that he has already done, okay? So here is what I've done. Now, am I gonna make you a millionaire? Which is what everybody else is doing, you can bribe, blah, blah. I said, no, but you are gonna be able to quit your job or drop out of school and become independent, which at the end of the day, it's his desire. Are you going to be flying first class in private jets? No, but you'll be able to afford to travel the world in economy. And at the end of the day, is his desire actually flying first class in private jets? Or right now, he's the desire of my avatar just traveling the world, okay? So I make their desires look achievable with me. Are you going to retire your parents? Probably not, but you can sure take some weight off your parents' back. So what I'm trying to say here is that I'm not promising anything that I haven't done already. And that's true. Everything I do, I say, it's all showcased in my Instagram and here. Everything I say and teach, I've done it, so know for a fact that if you're willing to work hard, you can do the same. What I'm saying here is that anybody who puts in the work can do it. Where did I go? What I'm saying here is that anybody who puts in the work can do it, so they feel like, okay, so I can do it too. Now I explain sort of what it is. I'm giving some more specifics about the product. Now that they are very hooked because, I called out their desires and I make them seem achievable, now they're into it and I explain what I'm actually talking about. What this program basically is a roadmap to get anyone from $0 to $5,000 a month with copywriting. From the basics to how to find prospects, reach out to them, close your first client, etc. Literally everything. And the crazy thing is that it works. Okay, so now one of their objections is, can you actually make money with this? Can you actually, And so for that reason, I introduced a testimonial, a case study, call it whatever. Derek, for example, he joined the email copy camp after spending $1,000 on every other course he could find on YouTube, and right after he started using the strategy I teach, he finally started making money. In less than 2 months, he went from working 3 different jobs for over 8 hours a day to now making over $3,000 a month with copywriting while working only 2 hours a day. And honestly, I can help you do the exact same thing. So I showed them that it works, because he's done it, and that I can help them do the exact same thing, that they can do it, We need to tell people that they can do it, because people are insecure by human nature. We feel like, oh, am I good enough? Like, also sometimes I think, am I good enough to, make a video that gets 10,000 views? Am I good enough to get to 10,000 subscribers? Like, we all have some sort of insecurities, and that's why it's important to always tackle them in the copy. Make them feel like they can do it. Make them feel like it's easy, like anyone can do it. That is very important. Okay, now, what's the other objections? Why should I join your program and not just, anyone else's program? That's, clear objection. And here I say 3 reasons. The reason why I say 3 reasons is that now they want to hear all of them, obviously. Like, I say 1, that they want to hear all of them. They're intrigued. The moment I say 3, they're gonna stay until the 3rd. Now, if I say 20, they're gonna be like, oh shit, I don't wanna listen to 20 reasons why I should buy, but if you tell me 3, yeah, sure. Number 1, I'm still in the game, okay? So basically what I'm saying here is that I'm still doing it, okay? I've done it, and compared to most people, I'm still doing it, and I can see my whole journey on my YouTube. Then another way I can tackle this objection is my track record. Now, going back to one of their objections, which was, can you actually make money with this? Or is copywriting hard? This one also kills that objection even more. Because you see, not only have I made tens of thousands of dollars with copywriting so far, but I've also helped hundreds of guys land their first client. And here in the video, I showcase all the testimonials I have, so people feel like, okay, like a lot of people are making money with this, so I can do it too. And here, I say including those who had already tried everything and felt like nothing was working for them. This is important because a lot of people, that look at maybe a copywriting course, have already bought other copywriting course. So what I'm saying right now is that even if you tried another copywriting course on YouTube, I'm telling you, I've helped a lot of guys who've already done that, nothing was working for them. Lost cases. And I made it for them. I made it happen. So now they feel like there's hope again in them. There's hope. Hope is such an important emotion. If you haven't watched the video on the emotions to my full course, go watch it up here or down in the description at the end of this video, and you will understand anything. I would almost say, finish this video, watch that one, then watch this one again, and you will be like, you'll understand everything, okay? So finally, number 3 is the structure of this program. In fact, and now here I want to talk more about the program. Okay, I want to talk more in the specific, but I'm not gonna give them just the features. I wanna make it look cool. I'm gonna give them the benefits, what they actually get from joining the program, okay? I designed it in such a way that anyone who puts in the work will get results. Here I'm also saying, if you're someone who works hard, I'm gonna give you results. So their insecurity barrier is much lower now. There's just no way around it. You have over 10 hours of content, a community of copywriters that is big enough to network, but also small enough for me and the other professors to help you out along the way, and you're also getting a weekly live training with me. And now here, I kill the competition by saying, and there's nobody out there, this is a very famous sentence that you can use in your copy, you should definitely add it to your copy, whether it's ad scripts or for VSLs, and there's nobody out there who's offering this much for such a low price, not even close. That is very powerful. So, if you're actually now going into the outro and call to action, so if you're actually determined to take action and change your life, all you gotta do is scroll down and join right away. And now, what I'm gonna do to make me because I don't wanna look like I'm desperate for people to join. I don't wanna look like I'm desperate. So what I do is, and just so you know, I expect my students to work at least 2 hours a day on this. So if you can't do that, I already know you won't get results, so don't bother to join. But if you have a couple of spare hours, scroll down and I'll see you inside. So what I'm saying here is that I don't want anyone to join. I don't want everyone who watched this to join. I don't want to make as many sales as possible. I only want people who I know I can get results to. I can get results for, to join. Okay? So right now they're like, okay, what they got out of these is that it's easy, anyone can do it, they can do it, and that I'm real as a person. They're like, okay, this guy's not desperate. He got like, you know, realistic expectations. He did not tell me a crazy dream. He got me something realistic, but that I want. So you see how many emotions are involved into this. Again, if you don't know the emotions, if you don't know all that stuff, and you want to write copy that converts, you need to know it. I'm gonna leave you the link up here and in the description. Again, okay, I can't stress it enough. It's actually, you need to do that if you want to actually write good copy. Okay, but this was it. Now, if you want to see this VSL recorded, edited, how it looks, you know, how this actually looks once it's actually in the sales page, all you're gonna do is down here, you find the link to my email copy camp and, you know, my program to get to $5,000 a month, whatever. And you can see this exact VSL. Just go on it. I'm not saying you need to join, but okay, if you want, you can join. But what I want you to do is go there and look how it looks. Okay, just watch it. Just watch it and see how this script, how good this script looks once I record it, and then there's some good editing that actually explains what I'm doing. So for example, where there's the direct part with the testimonial, it's important that the editing also has the testimonial. When I say that I make tens of thousands of dollars, it's important that I show my tens of thousands of dollars. When I say that that I helped hundreds of guys, it's important that I showcase all the testimonials I have. Otherwise, you're not going to be credible. And that is a way, you know, you need to think about it when you're writing the copy. But that said, that's all for this video. You find all the links down here. Like, subscribe, comment. It really helps me. It really helps me reach more people, grow the channel, and, you know, just help more people. So appreciate you for being here, and I'll see you next.